All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. We are going to be reacting to Larry Bird's night, the retirement on February 1993. All right, let's jump right in.
Who'd ever thought that that little blonde-headed boy would go on and be what he was? We're the luckiest family in the world.
That sounds like her mom. I said her mom. That sounds like his mom, Mama Bird, in the very beginning.
I forgot to tell Mr. Allback, but I would have played for nothing.
Also, when it comes to that comment, I remember you guys were saying it down in the comment section, but yeah, it's definitely a fact that he would play for free if he wasn't getting paid a salary or like a contract because of the game of basketball. When you love it so much, you could just play for free, right? And then him playing for free is more so like him being of service to you guys as the fans, right? Because of course money can't buy him, and money is never gonna change him and his personality. But that's a great statement that he said. He took right there back. He would have played for free.
Back in the Bird, the fall away is gone.
If you don't play for the Boston Celtics, you never play professional basketball. This is what basketball is all about.
And now there's a
Ooh,
steal
my
by Bird.
favorite.
Underneath the DJ lane. What a play by Bird.
So
Okay,
as far
we're
as
going
I'm
through the
concerned, I gave
Olympics.
my heart, my body, my soul to the Celtics, and hopefully we can continue to have a good relationship.
Once your name goes to the rafters, that's the ultimate. For the fans, I really didn't get to say goodbye to the fans, so that'd be the night for myself and all the people that's really followed my career the last 13, 14 years. It's really my last hurrah, and DJ's number looks awful lonely up there, but hopefully mine will be right next to his.
We are here tonight to honor a
Bob
man
Costa.
whose feats on the basketball court are simply the stuff of legend. For years to come, they will be the subject of conversations that begin with the words, "Remember when?" Remember when Bird stole the ball against the Pistons?
Yep.
Remember the duel with Dominique in Game 7 in '88?
Yep. Hey, you guys remember those moments? Definitely comment down below.
Remember the three-pointer that finished Houston in '81? Throughout the history of the NBA, there have been players who were great at one aspect of the game. Deadly shooters, outstanding ball hawks or shot blockers, and so forth. There have also been some, although far fewer in number, who were outstanding multi-dimensional players. But Larry Bird is one of only a handful of NBA stars who excelled in every facet of the game. Shooting, passing, rebounding, defending. And we expected it of him. We expected him to always do everything well. We expected him to hit his shots, to grab his rebounds, to pile up his assists. But it was the extraordinary measure of the man that despite the unusually high standards we judged him by, he so regularly exceeded those expectations. He had the ability to lift his game to an even higher level just when his team needed it the most. And that's what defines greatness in any athlete. Not just the ability to pile up numbers, but the ability to come through in the clutch and under pressure. He had a quality that went beyond his skills. He was a winner. He was a champion.
Yep.
Larry Bird was a true Boston Celtic. From the moment he first donned the uniform, he became one with Cousy and Russell and Jones and Havlicek and Heinsohn.
He sure was. He sure was.
And he helped his teams add 3 more banners to the rafters up above. So tonight, we'll spend an evening with Larry Bird, the man and the legend. We'll talk with Larry and relive some of the great moments of his career on video. and will also be joined by other members of the Celtic family to talk over old times and share some special memories. Family is the most important element in Larry Bird's life, so now let's take a moment to meet some of the members of Larry's family who are with us tonight.
Hey, let's go.
Beginning with his brothers.
What?
Eddie Bird, right there.
Hey, yo.
Mike Bird.
Mike Bird.
Mark Bird.
Mark Bird.
Jeff Bird.
Jeff Bird.
Larry's
Okay.
sister, Linda Gogenower.
Sister?
And Larry's mother, Georgia.
Georgia. Let's go. Standing ovation. Let's go. Yeah. Hold on. I gotta mention this. The whole family is there. I already know what you guys are. You guys know what I'm about to say. What if the dad didn't unalive himself and he was there in person? Would that have elevated the ceremony even more? That's a question for you guys. Would that elevate the ceremony even more if everything that he was going through, the mental battles, unaliving himself, would that have elevated the ceremony alongside with everybody in his family? Being there on his last night. Oh, man. Let's go. That's what's up. I love the standing ovation, man. Everybody appreciates who brought him on this earth. Carried him for 9 months.
Of course, Larry's wife, Dinah, is here.
Hey.
Along with son, Connor.
Connor Bird.
There you go. There's Connor.
Hey, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first of many times tonight, Larry Bird.
Ooh, you can feel the energy. Oh, you can feel the energy in the building. Ooh. Wow. Hey. It sounds like a championship game right now. Let's go. We got Dennis Johnson. We got some teammates. Oh. Let's go. Larry. Oh, man. Connor Bird. Where's Connor nowadays?
This seems like a perfect night. I mean, except for the fact that Bill Lambier couldn't be here.
Hey, we don't care about Bill right now. We don't care about Bill. Hey.
That's true. I wish he
I know
was
they
here
hate
tonight.
each other's guts.
What would you tell him if he was?
We would probably hang him up with my my number.
Hey, yo. Hang him up there.
When you got here out of Indiana State, there's a story about when it dawned on you that you could be more than just a very good player, but you could be somebody who really mattered in the history of this league.
Well, we was practicing in Marshfield, and it's really not a fair story, because we was practicing in Marshfield, the rookies and some of the veterans came down, and the first day we played, and M.L. Carr was guarding me and was tough, and you know, it's a typical rookie thing. But the next day, Rick Roby guarded me. And when Rick was defending me, and that night I knew I was going to be a great player.
What kind of sense of the Celtic tradition did you have when you first got here, and what you were heir to?
Well, I really didn't know much about the Boston Celtics. Of course, I knew they won a lot of championships, but I've never been in Boston, never had a feel for what they was all about until I got to the Marshfield camp, and I seen over 2,000 people come in to watch us play.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, I got here, and I heard that you're not supposed to wear the uniform unless you're playing in the game. And that right there showed me a lot of class, because if you're not playing in the game, don't wear the uniform. If you're playing and you put the uniform on, you better play and you better wear it proudly.
Nice. Well said. Well said.
Do you have a memory after leaving Indiana State, coming to the NBA? You have a memory of the first game you played, first one that counted, regular season game with the Celtics?
The one thing I really remember about the first game is somebody lit a dove out, or a pigeon, a white bird, and I knew right then that it was something special. The first shot I took, I missed, and I ended up getting a rebound, putting it in with my left hand, but it was all a fog. I didn't think it was such a big deal, but as I played 2 or 3 games, I knew I was in for a tough career here, because I knew Dave Cowens told me when I first came in, he goes, the one thing about playing in Boston is don't go about it 90 or 80%, because the fans know basketball here. And that stuck with me. And,
okay.
If you dog it, they know. So play 100% every night, you'll have no problems.
You know, we mentioned earlier that you're following Russell and Cousy and Heinsohn and Havlicek, and Cowens was still on the team. But an even more daunting prospect, you got Steve Kaburski's number. I mean, that was something right there, right?
Well, I heard when Steve was playing, he said his number's going to go up in the rafters like everyone else. So tonight, I guess he's right.
So let's take a look now at some of the highlights from those first few years with the Celtics, capped, of course, by the '81 championship in the finals against the Rockets.
Drafted in the NBA by the struggling Boston Celtics, Bird was looked upon as the savior of their proud tradition.
Everything's starting to fall into place. I hope you all realize this. We got Larry, 1 or 2
Red.
more moves, and we're ready to go.
Red
Having finished
Auerbach.
in last place the season before, the Celtics hoped that this 21-year-old basketball wonder boy from rural Indiana would be the cornerstone of a new dynasty. But he would prove to be even more than they could have imagined.
Shake loose to Larry Bird. Bird,
Nice pass. Yes.
Ford, a 3-point shot. Bird, a rebound, and a basket, and he's fouled. Bird, tremendous instinct
Look
for the
at it.
offense to force that foul.
The crowd is happy.
Bird, a runner. It's good. Yes,
Beast.
28 seconds. Bird, slap pass to Archibald.
Ahead to Henderson.
Never gets old.
Leading the Celtics to the largest single-season turnaround in NBA history, Bird would capture Rookie of the Year honors and revitalize both the franchise and its fans. And in his second season, he would lead the Celtics confidently into the playoffs on a mission to recapture championship glory. Though they would fall behind 3-1 to the Sixers in the conference finals,
Underdog.
Bird would simply refuse to let the Celtics' title hopes die. Playing with ferocious determination, he would lead one of playoff history's most dramatic comebacks as the Celtics clawed their way back to even the series at 3. The Sixers could only watch as Bird delivered the knockout blow.
Bird coming to the left. Stop and pop off the glass. It's gone. It's 91-89. Bobby Jones is going to put the ball in play. And the pass hits the top of the backboard. And it's over. They won 3 in a row.
Underdogs. That was a great story. Absolute great story right there.
Bird had brought the finals back to Boston Garden. And now the Celtics look to raise the 14th championship banner to its hallowed rafters.
Larry Bird. Almost his own shot. Oh, what a ball. As soon as he shot that ball, Boy, Henderson broke it up. There's Bird again.
Woo, defense.
Bird with a steal.
Behind the back with the reverse. Yes.
The Houston Rockets could only helplessly watch as the Celtics
Man, look at the
methodically
effort.
eliminated them in 6 games, led by a determined Larry Bird. In just 2 years, this young Hoosier had taken Boston from last place to an NBA championship, fulfilling their wildest dreams.
It's all over. The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship in 1981, and they have become the 14 flag winners for the Boston Garden.
The 1981
Hey.
World Champion Boston Celtics.
1981, they got the team.
And if we could, we'd like to ask Bill Fitch, Tiny Archibald, and Cedric Maxwell to join us up here for just a moment.
All right,
Tiny's
we got
been a great player in the
reunion.
league, led the league in scoring and assists, but this was your chance to play with a champion.
Well, I'm just happy to be here tonight.
Tiny Archibald, let's go.
Larry Bird, for many of people in the Boston Garden, and another gentleman sitting over there, Magic Johnson, has probably brought fond memories in my game of basketball. But when I go back to my city, New York, a lot of the kids hopefully will see this, but they asked me, did I play with Larry Bird? And I said, yes, I played with him, but we had a lot of other great teammates, but he's probably the single most important person on the Boston Celtics. He was the key
True.
that made the team run, and I'm just probably glad, like many of the guys, I'm ecstatic to be here, and I think that, Larry, tonight is your night. Hopefully it will be many more nights like this, and I'm just honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, shout out to the 1981 team, man.
Bill, I know it's hard to explain.
Hold on, I forgot to ask. You guys wanted me to react to this one, but I got a question. Who was there in person? Who was there in the Boston Garden in person? And then who actually watched it live on TV? Comment down below.
But what does it mean to a coach to have a player like Larry Bird?
Well, it means one of these for me. One or more.
Come on, give him a mic. Give him a mic. Come on. Switch it on.
Red brought these out.
There it is.
It means one ring for me and about 3 or 4 or 5 for anybody else that played with him. He's a winner, and you know, I said Larry's lucky guy too because he played with a bunch of winners. But
No, that's good.
They needed him many a night. This guy's the only night I ever made him mad at me is when I told him he was the second best left-hander we had on the team. And he says, "Who's the first?" I said, "Larry."
Max, how does it feel to be back at the Boston Garden?
Oh, here you go. Hey, show him some love. Show him some love, yeah. Yeah, man. Like old times.
Sit down. Great being back. Unfortunately, they gave me the gift, Larry, so I guess I'm going to take it home with me. It was a thrill really playing with you. And you know it was me and you, first of all, before you challenged any other these guys in the NBA, it was me and you going heads up every day. And all I remember, them 20-footers raining down on me, so. And I always remember thinking like, boy, you know, this white guy really can play, can't he?
He sure can, man. He sure can.
Larry, I guess it's my honor in representing all the guys behind me and some of the guys who aren't here, Terry Durod and Wayne Cretlow, who were on the team also.
Hold on, was that
booze? It's my honor
booze?
to
What?
present you with this, what the hell is this?
There's a little book. Hey, hey, what's in the book?
Bob, you know, I'm after your job, but never mind. A commemorative coin for Larry Bird looks like a gold-plated coin that is very expensive.
Okay,
So,
hold on to that one.
on behalf of everybody, congratulations.
Ooh, hey, yo. Oh, snap. What? Hey, that's a nice gift. Larry Bird says two-time playoff MVP, three-time NBA MVP, Olympic gold medalist, Rookie of the Year, joined, damn, I can't see what that one say, College Player of the Year, 13-time NBA All-Star, All-Star Game MVP. Yeah, I can't see. But that's a nice gift. Oh, man.
You know, this team was very special because there's only one guy who had success in college, and that's Rick Roby. And you know that they're really pros at Kentucky because they all get paid anyway. So we felt very honored because none of us really had success in college. And this team won a championship, and it was really great because it's the first time we won something any of us has won anything, and it's very special. So this team was very special. There's no question about it.
1981, man. That was a great team. I'm going to be honest, man. That series, I didn't watch the full game from beginning to end, but the highlights alone spoke so much against the Houston Rockets, man. 20 plus rebounds, game 1 and 2. All right, game 3. It was either game 3 or 4. He had 8 points. He didn't have to score 30. He didn't have to score 25. He didn't have to score 20 or 40. Because there's just such as a demand for the star player has to score. The way he affected the game and other aspects, then scoring, elevated his teammates to step up. Legit. That's what a true leader is, right? You can set, lead by example, by scoring and stuff. But the way you speak to your teammates, the way you uplift them, the way that you lead by example, not only in scoring, not only in ball hogging, setting them up, but the way that you speak to them, the way that you act. That 1981, that championship was, I ain't gonna lie, it was special to them. But seeing those highlights of how Larry Bird was performing on both ends, defense, offense, everywhere, rebounding, the effort. And he said previously about giving, 80, 90%? It's not, that's not enough. You get me? In today's league, certain players do give that amount of percentage, 80%, 90% a night. There's never any consistency, but seeing that he gave 100%, 120% along with the teammates, man, the results speak for itself.
What did Larry mean to the history of the league
David
in a way
Stern.
that continues beyond his retirement as an active player?
I think that people think about the NBA now. They say teamwork, they say leadership, they say making everyone around you better. I'm looking forward, 5 years from Monday, they're going to announce that Larry and Magic are in the Hall of Fame.
Nice.
And we're going to talk about it again.
Nice. Hold on, before they continue, David Stern, man. David Stern, great commissioner. I know he gave the reins over to, you know, I'm not gonna say his name. They gave the reins. Man, the league is in bad shape. Not only it's not that he's the problem. There's other problems that needs to be fixed. We got the 1984 team.
Larry's quest to regain championship glory would finally provide him with a long-awaited rematch.
Playing against Magic, yeah, that was something that I always dreamed about since he beat us in college.
But as the series began, it seemed more like a familiar nightmare as the Lakers quickly stole the Celtics' home court advantage and seemed ready to put an early end to their championship dreams.
This has to be one of the most decisive routes.
Damn.
Championship game history.
But Bird was not ready to surrender.
We got some great players on this team, but we don't have the players with the heart sometimes that we need. Until we get our hearts where they belong, we're in trouble.
He had sounded a call to arms, and his Celtic teammates would respond with ferocious intensity.
That's what you need. I know that was like a hard foul, but honestly, these type of plays is what you need as an opposition, especially the Boston Celtics that were down in the series. And I'm glad he said it. Bird said, unless you got to get your heart back, man. You got to get that heart back. Get it back in place. It might be detached a little bit. The other team is outplaying you right now. But if you don't grab that heart and put it back in place, you're in trouble. Those type of plays are necessary to uplift you as the opposition, the Boston Celtics. So, yep, there it is.
Boston would push their way back into the series, beating the Lakers with hustle and pure desire.
The cheat.
Neal gets it over to DJ. Bird goes right into the pivot. Now DJ holds the ball. Back in the Bird. The ball away is gone. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, that was a sweet shot. Sweet.
All season long, Bird had led by example, and the finals would prove to be no different, as he simply refused to be denied.
Lakers had several chances, and here's Larry Bird chucking down the court.
That's a bad. Yes. What a jam.
Larry Bird, this game is
Look at that defense.
he's doing everything.
Bird's year-long quest would end with storybook perfection. Revenge was his, and the championship once again belonged to the Celtics.
No one believed that we could beat the Lakers that year. Absolutely no one believed it. But the fact of the matter is we believed in ourselves, and that was a lot because of the leadership Larry had.
The Boston Celtics are the NBA World Champions in a grueling
Beautiful.
with the Los Angeles Lakers.
The 1984 World Champion Celtics. Quinn Buckner, M.L. Carr, Gerald Henderson, DJ later, don't worry.
DJ 1986.
Hi, Bob.
Come on
How
up.
are you? Good to
Quinn,
see
how
you.
you doing? And Gerald? Now, go ahead, give it one wave. Go ahead.
Give me a wave.
ahead.
Show them how it's done. There we go.
Hey, hey, let's go. Turn up. Turn up.
Gerald, take us back to the steal in Game 2 that really saved the championship series.
Well,
I think, what happened was more of an instinctive thing. Me and ML used to talk to each other before anytime we had to go in before defensive situations, and we would just psych each other up. We got to make something happen, ML. We got to do it because it was a dire situation there, and fortunately, we came out, and the defense rotated properly, and as Casey taught us how to do it.
Casey Jones.
And I came up with the steal,
Stop being modest, Gerald.
Stop being modest, man. Let it out, man. Let it out, dude.
And as we know, we could all hear Johnny Most. Henderson stole the ball.
Now, ML, if you weren't in the game, and Larry was, and as I recall, that was often the case.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Then the towel-waving duties fell to you.
Well, I received, during the course of my career, the latter part of my career, a lot of boos and yells concerning that towel. But I remember in the Philadelphia series, I picked it up one time on a game here in Boston, got the fans going a little bit, and Larry came to me another time and said, ML, get that towel going again. So when Larry tell you to do something, you do it.
You do it.
How hot was it in here? Game 5 and Game 7 at 84 against the Lakers.
They said it was 105. All I remember is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the oxygen tank to his face.
And the goggles fogged up, right?
And I say Kareem because Kareem was such a great talent too, not unlike Magic, not unlike Bird. But the point is that it was very, very hot in here tonight. I bet you anyone that was in here that night was totally drenched because you had two great teams going at it, giving it everything they could possibly have. But guess what? If we have a Game 7 or a Game 5 in here a couple years from now, we don't have to worry about it because we'll have an air-conditioned Boston Garden.
Hey, booing.
Hey, you see, that meets with mixed reviews.
No question.
Quinn, before you make the presentation, you've told me a story about calling Larry the day after a championship. The day after. And what was he doing?
Well, for me, it was a unique experience. First of all, play with him. But after we won in '84, we went out, go after the game, you go eat dinner and do things like, people do. But we get ready, so I called Larry the next day, and I called over and asked Dinah, I said, Dinah, where's Larry? The very next day after we won in '84, ladies and gentlemen, Larry Bird is out running, trying to get the championship, the next NBA championship. That's the kind of
leadership. Come on, man. Let's go.
Go ahead.
That's probably true. But I probably felt so bad when I got up, I had to do something to start feeling better.
You get caught with a little bit of milk.
All that. Larry, what we have here is a watch that I want to present to you, and I hope it gives you some sense of feel for how we feel about what you've done. Now I know why your back has been hurting. You had to carry us for all of those years. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Entering
the best team alive.
Season, Larry was at the top of his game, and his Celtics were primed to make one more championship run. It would prove to be their most impressive. From the opening game, they executed to perfection. A supremely talented group of all-stars, they played in perfect sync.
Ball movement.
And dominated all competition.
Let's go. Beautiful.
To the basket. Bird just hit him with a screen, then gets it back to the head.
Ball movement.
We went out there with a job in mind, and we all knew what our jobs were. And when we went to work, it was like punching in the clock. If I'm on the assembly line, and my job is put the radio knob on the radio, I'm putting the radio knob on the radio, and the other guy's putting in the buttons and putting on the antennas. And Larry was the antenna man, and we were the button man.
For Larry, doing his job had never been more rewarding.
Bird.
With the addition of Bill Walton, Larry had more weapons than ever at his disposal, and he used them to devastating effect.
Man, beautiful.
I think what made that team so special was its ability to play any kind of style. You know, we could play the setup game, we could play the fast break game. We had great defense, great rebounding, and then if nothing was working, hey, we could always just give it to Larry, and he'd step back and shoot a three.
As the Celtics dominated the league, it became clear that this season would not only be a drive for a championship, but also a journey into history. They would lose only one game in the Boston Garden all year, setting an NBA record for home court mastery. They would compile the second-best record in Celtic history, and Bird would join Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain as the only players to win 3 consecutive MVPs. The playoffs would be a mere formality as the Celtics dropped only one game on their way to the finals. And even the championship series itself would be less a contest than a coronation.
Bird carries out the game plan. And the Rockets want to know what hit him.
Houston would quickly become a footnote as Boston captured its second title in 3 years.
Ooh, nice inside
and
pass.
took its place as one of the greatest teams in NBA history.
Bird goes in a three-point land. He makes it a 28-point lead.
I mean, I always felt that, and still feel that that's the best team I've ever seen in this league. I'm sure Magic's got a team he liked to throw up against it, but to me personally, I thought that's the best team ever assembled since I've been in the league.
16
That's
out
the
of
best
40,
team.
The greatest winning tradition. You did it with hard work and teamwork. You've earned it. It's yours. Enjoy it.
Bill Walton, DJ, Harris,
Bill,
McHale,
DJ, and KC,
Ainge.
would you join us up here for a moment, please? All right, now, KC, you played with and coached some of the best teams and with some of the best players in the history of the league. But this '86 team not only was one of the greatest in terms of results, but their feel for one another on the floor, their passing ability, their intuitive sense of where each of the others were. That was remarkable.
Very remarkable. These guys came in together in '81. There's Kevin, there's Larry, there's Robert. And they knew, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, they knew what each other could do. And what I did was said, okay, let's see what's happening out there. And you'd see Larry shooting the three-pointer, and then I call a timeout, and they didn't count the three-pointer. So he's very upset with that, so I diagrammed the play. He says, heck with the play, Case. Give me the ball and tell all the rest of the guys to get out of the way. I said, shut up, Larry. I'm the coach here. Okay, all right. Dennis, you take the ball out, give it to Kevin, then you throw it to Larry, and everybody get the hell out of the way. And then,
oh man!
And then, true to his word, in Phoenix, he goes down before the ball is thrown in, and he's standing right in front of the Phoenix bench, and he looks at all the guys on the bench and says, "I'm getting the ball. I'm going to put it in the hoop." And he says, watch my hand as I follow through.
Oh my gosh.
Ball is thrown into Kevin. Kevin gets to Larry. Larry fires it up, puts a hand in the air as he continues on to the dressing room. Now that's what you call arrogance.
Yes, it is. But he backed it up. So technically, is it arrogance or is it confidence?
Now, Bill, somebody told me a story about Chief getting hurt. You come in and you say, all right, I'll pick up some of the offense here in Chief's absence. But what did Larry tell you?
Larry knew I was going to be coming ready to take a lot of shots tonight and get a lot of minutes because Casey had to play me. It was either me or Greg Kite, and basically it had to be me. And so Larry, Danny Ainge, and myself were always the first 3 guys to the gym. DJ, of course, was the last. But I'm in there stretching out on the floor, getting ready in the locker room before I'm going to go out and play, and Larry walks in and walks right up to me as if he'd been thinking about me all day. He said, "Hey, I get all the shots on this team. Just because Kevin or Chief are not playing, that makes no other opportunities for you. Now get your butt to the weak side and get some rebounds so I can shoot more." But the magic of Larry Bird was not on the basketball court, was not in the locker room. It was in his ability to create an atmosphere of excitement wherever he went. I grew up in California in Laker country, and I was a big Celtic fan growing up, and I was always...
He changed it.
It was always my dream to be on the Celtics. Bill Russell was my favorite player, and I had watched Casey Jones, and I.
Now I see why there's no ego, there's no selfishness. Like the way that they're talking, the way they carry themselves is so beautiful to just listen to. Even with Casey Jones as the head coach, man, this is crazy. That's an absolutely beautiful team that they got there.
My favorite player, and I had watched Casey Jones, and I. The first time I came to be a Boston Celtics, I come in the gym and Larry starts playing great as he always did, and the fans started chanting, "Larry, Larry, Larry," and then a little bit later it was MVP, MVP, and the excitement in this arena that is present here tonight was created by Larry Bird's play, but not just by his play, but by his presence as it is here tonight.
And
Larry, yeah, let's go.
well, Dennis Johnson has just been sitting here, so we should turn to him. You've called him the best player you ever played with.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. DJ probably wasn't our best scorer. He probably wasn't our best defensive player. But what DJ did, he did a little bit of everything. And what he did good. DJ wasn't the greatest shooter in the world, as we know. But when the game got down the last minute or 2 minutes, if the game was tied, DJ seemed like he always came through for us. He always made a big steal. He was always in the right place at the right time. He brought so much to our club in '84. It was just unbelievable, and we all felt very awed about it. And I'm glad I had an opportunity to play with him, because there's no question. I mean, Robert and Kevin are great, but DJ did a little bit of everything. He was very special in a sense of every way, and that's why I said that. But I've been very fortunate. I've played a lot of great ones.
Hold on, is that money?
Thank you.
Hold on. Hold on. Is that money he took out his pocket?
Thank you. Scripted well.
DJ look like he's paying off some bets that he lost.
But, you know, Larry, even to the end, I mean, this being his night, as I always said, well, first of all, Larry said a lot of these things because it was I who had the ball all the time. and to keep me happy, basically he would say stuff like this because he knew I was going to throw him the ball. And if Robert and Kevin then would have said, I probably would have passed it to them too, but no. Even all the way down to the end, and this being, you know, Larry's night, he still goes out and he's the type of person he is. He's giving everybody else credit. Enjoy it. It's great, and it's yours.
And I mentioned that Larry Bird lived the game of basketball. One of the things we used to do was watch a lot of satellite television. Larry didn't do it, but Kevin and I, Chief, would do it. And I'd be watching these West Coast games in the middle of the night, and I'd see a great play by Magic and Jabbar, and a great play by, I don't know, Magic, were there any other teams out there on the West Coast? And I didn't know. So I'd get an idea, Riley would have a great play, and I'd write it down. I'd quickly call Larry up in the middle of the night, and it'd be 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'd dial his number, and he wouldn't even say hello when he picked it up. He'd say, Bill, that play won't work. Now get some sleep. Get some sleep and quit bugging me. Good night. And hang it up.
How did he know that? How did he know?
Well,
how did he know?
In just a little bit, the banner will officially be raised to the rafters, and it's kind of appropriate that these two had that unspoken communication on the floor, even down to one of the most famous plays in Celtic history, the Game 5 steal against the Pistons in '87, where Larry grabbed it.
Yep.
And DJ knew in an instant before anybody else on the floor what was happening, cut to the basket, winning lay-in from the left side. You didn't know?
I do. In a second.
So it's appropriate that these two have their numbers displayed alongside each other, and for a presentation of a miniature replica, here's DJ.
You know, I'm glad this is finally on here, because last year Larry told me that he was going to pay somebody to climb up there and put a 3 by my name, so it would basically just be him up there still. But I'm glad this is here. The inscription says, on Larry Bird Night, Boston Garden, February 4th, 1993. Number 33 has now joined those of us Celtics legends raised above the Garden parquet. Thank you.
Nice.
Now, before you fellas go, there's one important member of the '86 team who couldn't be here tonight for a very simple reason. He's playing for the Phoenix Suns. But you know how we remedy that, so here's Danny Ainge.
Bird has got Pressey on him, finds Ainge on the cut. Danny for two.
My first game in the NBA, Bill Fitch called a timeout and he diagrammed a play, and I was supposed to cut off the high post and post up for a second and then go across and set a pick. Well, I came off the pick and I was wide open and I stood there waiting for the ball. I had a smaller guy to post up, and Larry just waved me out of the way saying, "Get out of here, get out of the way." And from that time I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play. I'm really grateful for having had the chance to play with Larry. He taught me a great deal about the game of basketball. He taught me how to prepare for games. He was a great example to me in how he approached his job and the professional that he was. And besides all the great things I learned on the court, the passing and the shooting and all those things, Larry was a great example, and I feel very blessed to have had the chance to play with Larry Bird.
Amazing.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest front line in the history of the NBA, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, and Larry Bird.
The greatest front court of all time. Hold on, before they speak, hold on. I gotta say this comment. Just watching highlights of certain bigs throughout the history of basketball, I'll be honest. The way that Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, even Bill Walton, you could say, he said it previously that team could play any style of play, fast break, post play, bro, ball movement, like they could do it all. But here's one thing that I wonder if people understand that's really underrated: the movement of the bigs. You know, there are certain bigs that take up space. They're slow in movement, but the front court with Robert Parrish, with Kevin McHale, Bill Walton, you could just name whoever it is. It's the movement of the bigs that they could move around, not clog up the paint. They could get outside the paint. They could shoot jumpers. Like, I think that's truly underrated with these guys here. So I wanted to make that thought.
Kevin, it's obvious how well you three worked together, but was there some sort of internal friendly rivalry between the three of you?
I don't think we were really rivals in any sense. I mean, we had some good practices and everybody got after it pretty good a lot of times. But no, there wasn't. I think that the thing that Robert and I knew from day one, the thing I knew from day one, it was Larry's team. You know, and Larry ran the team, and we knew where we fit in. Larry was multi-dimensional. Chief and I were finishers. We'd run down that box. I tell you right now, Larry was still out there standing right in that corner. I'd get my butt down that box and get the ball because he gave it to you where you needed it. And you know, we knew that right from the start. There wasn't, but there was just a mutual respect amongst all three of us, and that's what made it work.
There was a stretch
Well said,
in
man.
1985, and I think these two games were maybe a week or 10 days apart. You got 56 against Detroit, and that broke Havlicek's team record. And Larry got you the ball right at the end so you could pile up some more points, right? And then he had a comment for you at the end of the game.
Well, Bertie told me at the end of the game, you know, 56 points is a lot of points. I'm figuring, man, I got to let someone else shoot now. I mean, this is crazy because I had never scored 56 points before, even in a church league game, you know. So we were out there, and so I kind of said, nah, that's nothing. Bertie said, hey, it doesn't happen that often. You know, you go for 60. And I thought, nah, I'm not going to go for 60. And after the game, Bertie said, you should have gone for 60 because I'm going to go for 61 these days. 9 days later, he went for 60.
9 days later, man.
Robert, what one thing, as you sit alongside these two guys, what one memory comes to you first?
I would have to say when I first came to the Celtics, I witnessed the first practice, and that's when I knew that Kevin and Larry and the rest of the team that was similar back in '80 was a very special unit. And that's when I knew that we could be a very special team and accomplish great things.
Which one of the two of you has the presentation in this round for Larry?
I don't know. No, they haven't prepped this on. I do. I'm just kidding. I got the presentation for Larry right here.
We got something here. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Boy, whatever it is, Bertie, it's heavy. I tell you that much. It says, Larry Bird, upon the garden parquet and throughout the annals of the NBA, the Boston Celtics have set the standard by which all other teams are measured. Larry Bird upheld that standard in the highest tradition of Celtics pride. His extraordinary play defined an era in Celtics history. And truer words were never spoken.
Hey, that's good. That's really good, man. Memories.
Folks, turn your attentions over here for just a moment. I'm standing almost exactly in the spot where one of the most surprising and important plays in Celtic history took place. The spring of 1987, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pistons. The pivotal game in the series, and Detroit is up by a point with 5 seconds to play. They've got the ball out of bounds. It's in the hands of Isaiah Thomas. All they've got to do is get it in and execute, and the game is over. And Game 6 is in Detroit. You all know what happened. Let's listen to the call.
Seasting bumps him a couple of times. Isaiah nails it top of the key with 17 seconds to go, and the Celtics call time.
Celebrating too early.
Detroit by 1, 17 seconds. So Boston goes for the final shot.
On the left it goes to Bird. Bird guarded by Mahorn. Drives around him. Goes on in. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds by 8. Oh, they call it the other
when we lost the last opportunity to score by throwing the ball away, I was sure it was over.
The game was over, and Detroit had won.
Thomas wants to get it in quickly.
Please, somebody come up with, this ball.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. I'm wondering what mistake would have happened at this moment. Like, yeah, you number one, you celebrated too early. Number two, you're inbounding the ball right close to the opponent's basket. Number three, nobody is looking for where is Larry Bird on the court, which he was standing behind Bill Laimbeer. I'm still trying to figure it out to this day. Like, was Isaiah trying to inbound it to, because it was 5 seconds, and Bill Laimbeer just hold on to the ball, or he's going to the free throw line or something like that. But that play always amazed me every time I see it. And Larry coming up with the steal, right? Takes a split second for Dennis Johnson to be like, hey, okay, I know what's going on here. And he got right in the position, got the ball, and went in for the layup, man. Beautiful. I got to run this back one more time, man. I got to run it back one more time. 5 seconds left, man.
Please, somebody come up with, this ball.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Right at 1 second left. What a play by Bird. Bird stole the inbounding pass. Laid it up to DJ. DJ laid it up and in. And Boston has a 1-point lead with 1 second left. Oh my, this place is going crazy.
Damn.
Oh, this is right up there with all the great ones that have been played. This is one you look back on and kind of smile and say, yeah, foot was in the trap, but we snuck out of there somehow.
Steals it and gets it to Johnson at the buzzer. Oh,
Yeah, he made a great play, no question about it.
He seems bitter. He seems bitter about it.
They forgot about Larry Bird, that's all.
Yes, they did. Come on, man. How you gonna forget? I'm gonna say that's arrogance on Detroit side. Arrogance to not pay attention to the best player on the opposite side. 1, 2, not knowing where he is on the court. Bro, that is crazy. Crazy, crazy.
And that play against Detroit helped to set up the final championship confrontation between the two great rivals of the 80s, the Lakers and the Celtics. Please welcome now the Laker player who, along with Larry, defined a new level of competitive excellence in the NBA, Irvin
Here we
Magic
go.
Johnson.
The rivalry. The rivalry. Magic and Bird. 1980s. Before I let this continue, I do want to react to live games. I'm looking into that. I'm wondering if I should go live on YouTube, be able to react to it live so you guys are a part of it, or do it on my own time, pre-record it, upload it. But yep, comment down below, let me know what's up, and let's make it work. They seem about the same height. Are they the same height? Standing next to each other, they look about the same height. Hey, Bird suspects something. I don't know what it was. He was checking. He was checking something. He thought he seen something. Oh man. Uh-oh, he did. Oh man. Honor! 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 Man, this got to be the longest standing ovation. This is appreciation. This is absolute appreciation by the fans. You guys, man.
Well, Commissioner Stern pointed something out that I hadn't thought about, but it's obvious. There's such symmetry in your careers. The championship game in college, entering the league at the same time, being the big contributors to its growth through the 80s, playing on the dream team together as you close out your respective professional careers, and now you'll go into the Hall of Fame on the same day, the two of you. That's fitting.
Yep, that's what's up, man. Big respects.
Well, no question that you know, it was tough times in the beginning for both of us, being the competitors that we are. So we very rarely spoke or said hi. But I think after that one commercial, you got a chance to see. I got a chance to go to Mom Bird's house, and we sat there and we had a chance to have a conversation, finally for the first time. And we found out that we were much alike. We have similar backgrounds in terms of Midwest boys, and we just started laughing and giggling like two little boys, and it started a friendship that will last forever. And
awesome. Awesome.
I'm just happy that I got a chance to be a part of tonight. You know, I wouldn't miss it for the world. You know, you caused me a lot of sleepless nights. You know, I tell people all around the country when they ask me a question, who's the best, who this, who that, and I always tell them that, you know, I didn't play back and way back and all that, but when I was playing, that you're the best all-around player that ever played.
Nice.
And that, but more than that, the more respect that I can give you is the fact that you are the most feared player. I feared you more than anybody else because I knew if it was a little time on the clock.
Wow.
You know, 0.11, half a second, this man would find a way to win that damn game.
Yeah, big respects. Big respects for Magic to call him the best all around and the most feared. That's respect, man. That's absolute respect. Two great legends, man. Game recognized game.
I should thank you for helping me to improve my game, to making me play at a level that I don't know how I got up there myself, you know. It was just a sense of unbelievable high.
That's what That's what competitiveness is supposed to do. Okay. That's what competitiveness is supposed to do. Your opponent pushes you to get better, right? Nowadays, your opponent pushes you to team up with them. Like what have we come to?
You know, you guys are lucky, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. No,
Because
true.
I don't know if it's going to ever be a rivalry.
Nah.
You know, there's been some great, I don't want to down the NBA now, Commissioner, but I was at the Lakers-Orlando game the other night before I took the all-nighter to get here, and it was some excitement for Shaquille. It's some excitement when Michael come in, no question about it, pack houses and so on. But people don't go crazy like they used to when Larry Bird was coming to town.
Yes.
And I remember we used to get off the plane here. The baggage men. Magic Larry's gonna get you tomorrow. You know, everybody you passed was just going crazy. No Magic tonight. You know, but it was a sense of excitement that it was unbelievable.
Respect.
And so you had to play. It
Respect.
and I know you don't feel that anymore, and that's too bad. But this man should be commended and thanked for what he has done, not only for you, the league, but kids and everybody else. And like I said, just thank you. And I'm going to keep going sometime. Yeah, I'll let you get back, Bob.
You know, I guess there's 100 questions I could ask about specific moments, but it's hard to rank any one ahead of the second or the third one. So why don't you just express your feelings for Magic Johnson?
Well, there's no question that Magic's probably the toughest competitor and probably the best player I've ever seen. There's no question about that. We already know that. On the court, he took every game serious. He brought his teammates to a level that they couldn't even achieve on their own. We've seen what he's done over the last 13, 14 years, starting back in college. I'll never forget that college game where I knew from the beginning we was outmatched because of the talent, and Magic was directing him, leading him up and down the court. We got into the first year of the NBA. He wins a championship right off the bat. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. There's pressure on me to start winning championships right away. And I don't think I could ever achieve that if I didn't have somebody always looking out and see what I'm doing every night. I knew he was watching me because I was watching him. I was making sure that I knew what he was doing every night. But he took my game to a level, especially when we played him in here. He's had more success in here than anybody else has because he knew how to work the crowd. He knew how to take the crowd out of a game. But he is by far the best player that I've ever played against and really ever seen. I can't include all the other great players because I never really watched professional basketball. But Magic, there's one thing. We can agree upon that we're retired now, right?
Right.
We'll never come back again.
No.
But I want to ask you, then will you get the hell out of my dreams?
Oh man, this rivalry right here is great. Get out of my dreams. I know this is what is missing. Competitiveness, playing against the best. The best is pushing you to get better no matter what. You're studying your opponent. I'm pretty sure they studied each other. They was looking at stats from previous nights. You know, the list could go on and on. Big respects to Magic and Bird. Big respects, man.
Never come back again?
No.
But I want to ask you, then will you get the hell out of my dreams?
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, man. What are you talking about? I'm gonna tell this story, and then I know you trying to get me off. You want to go home and everything.
Nah.
We're in LA, and I'm hurt, so I can't play against the Celtics. You know, I'm killing myself. So, you know, Larry warming up. So the anthem is sung and get introduced, and right before they go out on the court, Larry comes down. He says, "You know what? Don't worry. I'm gonna put a show on for you." And he went out. I think he scored 38 points, about 20 rebounds, about 15 assists.
Shite.
And every shot.
Wait a second, I gotta find that game.
He would turn to me. And I said, boy. And you would sit there. You know, the thing about it that I love about you is that, see, most guys talk trash and talk stuff and can't bag it up. But Mr. Bird, you know you can bag your trash talking up. And last but not least, I'm gonna say this because you told me one lie. You only told me one lie in your career.
That's pretty good.
Only one. And you only lied to the fans and all the people in the world one time. And you know what that lie was? You don't remember, do you? Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry
Facts.
Bird. And
That's big
so,
facts. Yep.
I don't care how many people.
From when this ceremony happened to where we are now, is there another Larry Bird? I don't think so. So that's absolutely true.
I don't care how many people, how many players, there will never, ever be another Larry Bird. So you take that to the bank. I love you, I respect you, and I admire you. And I'm gonna get off of here before I start crying. Larry got a jersey here. Well, first of all, the Lakers sent one jersey over with your name on the back, Bird. See, I did, yeah. So that's all right. Boom again.
He might throw it away. I don't know.
Oh, you know I'm having fun with this, so go ahead. And last but not least, this is mine, and I signed it to you, to the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever. And I appreciate it.
Thank you, Magic. You noticed I signed yours on the back. That's because that's how I ever seen of you. It says, to Irvin, a great champion and competitor, you are the best. And thank you for all the great competition and all the great games. See, when we played the Lakers, it was the ultimate game. Of course, we played Philadelphia back in the early days. And the only reason I say that's the best rivalry is because we never got to play the Lakers more than 2 or 9 times a year. It would have been nice. 9 was better than 2. But it would have been a great rivalry, just like back in the older days when we used to play you all the time. And you were the first Laker team to win on the Boston Garden championship. I don't commend you for that. I'm still peeved about that. But there's no question about it, Magic. We had a great time, and it's all over, buddy.
Yeah, it is. It's all over. But you know what? We had that last dream to play with you and the dream team. And ladies and gentlemen, they were talking about, well, Larry might not play and this and that, and I told the guys, I said, if Larry doesn't play, I won't play. And I'm glad that we finally got that dream.
When America's dream team was assembled, there was no question as to who its captains would be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's going to happen is Larry and I.
He's going to shoot it and miss the whole rim. I'm going to be standing there and lay it in like Valbona's team did in '83.
Yeah, that's right. But
The games didn't go exactly according to Larry's script, but the team's march to the goal didn't lack for theatrical grandeur. It would prove to be Larry's farewell to the game, and his curtain call couldn't have been more fitting.
This group may well be the greatest team ever assembled in the history of team sports.
Playing for his country, Larry showed the same indomitable pride as when he first entered Boston Garden over a decade ago, and displayed a spirit that has never lost its youthful fire.
One last time, folks. Magic and Larry.
Does anybody else feel like just the aura just exuding when these two are together, man? Like legit, the Letterman interview was an amazing. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. I'll leave it in the end screen. But just when these two are together, man, I can only imagine. He said it best. He said it best. You would wish that they played in the playoffs, of course. But what if Lakers and Celtics was playing on the regular, right? Some of you guys were saying that the 76ers and the Boston Celtics rivalry was, hey, man, it was there. I need to watch more footages of that too. But just seeing the energy from both of them, man, this is what you want to see. Honestly, from something like this. Two competitors going at it, battling to the teeth. Man, this is amazing. This is amazing ceremony. This is absolutely amazing, man.
Now it's a pleasure to welcome back the man who headed up USA men's basketball when he wasn't running the Celtics, Dave Gavitt.
Thank you, Bob. And very quickly, I'd like to ask Russ Granick, the Deputy Commissioner of the NBA, to help me with this little ceremony. Magic, this ceremony is going to be repeated in the Los Angeles Forum on February 14. We got your ring, and I didn't want to give it to the Lakers because we wanted to give it to you tonight. But I'd like to ask Russ, on behalf of all of us at USA Basketball, to present to Larry a ring specially made by Balfour, emblematic of winners of the gold medal of the 1992 Olympic basketball team,
wow.
Olympic champion. And Cap, you certainly deserve it. And Magic, it wouldn't have been like it was without you and Larry there.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Larry and I developed a very good friendship in Barcelona. It was a lot different than I thought he was. He seemed a lot, very caring. Told a lot of jokes. We developed that Harry and Larry routine. He talked a lot of trash. I just wish, Larry, I wish you were still playing so I could pay you back for all the stuff you were telling me this summer in Barcelona. I miss you.
I wish I could be there with you tonight on your retirement. I want to congratulate you on a fantastic career. You've had a big impact on my life. Looked up to you all the time and your work ethic. Had a great time with you this summer. It's got to be the highlight of my life to get to spend time with the guy that you looked up to so much.
Let's go.
You're the best, and I want to wish you the best.
Chris Mullen.
Larry, I hear that you're retiring.
thank goodness. I'm glad. I'm tired of seeing your face. Brought a lot of sad memories to me, but I enjoyed you tremendously. I wish you a lot of luck, and I think you had a very wonderful career, even though you probably ruined a lot of my successful games against the Boston Celtics.
I ain't gonna lie. The Celtics and Larry Bird, they gave these guys hell. And Bird ain't retire. Imagine this. This is my hypothetical. Larry Bird, man, if he wasn't injured, the back, the Achilles, man, he was healthy throughout his whole career, and he went past 11 or 12 years of playing a game of basketball. He was healthy. He could have probably played until 17, 18 years. And, of course, the trajectory of everything wouldn't have been what it was. But, man, I tell you what, you guys were saying that in the comment section. If Bird ain't retire, hey, it wouldn't have been the passing of the torch to Jordan yet. Hey, that's crazy.
Well, Larry, it was an honor to play against you. It was an honor to play with you. And I'm just very blessed that I was born in your lifetime so I can tell my kids I played against one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball. Like I said, playing with Larry Bird was a dream come true, one of the highlights of my basketball life. And if it wasn't for him and Magic Johnson, basketball would not be what it is today. So thank you, Larry, for all the money.
The fellow who has been here for every Celtic championship in one capacity or another, as coach, front office man, guiding light, could not be left out of tonight's ceremony.
Yeah.
So let's light up the garden
Red.
for Red Auerbach.
Red Auerbach. I'm not gonna lie, man. This ceremony right here. Hey, if you made it this far, you're here with me. This ceremony, whoa. Man, this is the best I've ever seen. This is the best. This got to be the greatest ceremony you've ever seen, man.
And you lit up how many of these? Close to 1,000, right?
Few.
A few.
Tell me about the maneuvers involved in landing Larry Bird.
Well, we saw him play. We like what we saw. We didn't ever think he's going to be this good. After all, how could you figure a guy who is not that quick, can't jump that high, he's a good shooter, but there are a lot of good shooters. Rebounder, average, but there was no way that we could figure about his heart, his ability to be the greatest self-motivated athlete I ever saw, and the fact that he made everybody around him play better.
Yes.
He lifted their game. But, you know, I listened tonight to all these things about Larry, and the only thing I didn't like is that they didn't talk about Larry, the man, the guy. He's a man's man. He's a friend of people. He's a very charitable guy. He does all those kind of things. And I'm just proud, very proud, to call him a friend. And the only regret I had is I never coached him.
Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Whoa. Oh man. Everything that Red Auerbach did for the organization, Boston Celtics. Yeah. That he didn't get a chance to coach Bird, but he was able to. Bill Russell, Bob Cousy, it's everyone. Casey Jones. You could go down the list from being a head coach all the way to being a president to being damn. The list could just go on and on. He did construct an articulate. No, he constructed those teams behind the scenes. But him, you know what? He does have that regret of not coaching Larry Bird. But I tell you what, he drafted Bird. I think that's equivalent to coaching him. That's just in my own opinion. It's equivalent. He knew what he was getting, and Bird, but like he said, heart, passion, self-motivated. Man, you drafted the man to the organization. I say that's equivalent to coaching him, but I understand what he's saying. Man, that'd be something. Wow.
What was he like to negotiate with, even with the agent as a buffer in between?
Well, on the last two, we sort of did ourselves. We sit down and lie to each other. He was telling me how great he was, and I was telling him how great I was. The one thing I've always told Red is that, Red, you're getting paid a large sum. You haven't scored one basket since you've been here.
Yeah.
That's true. Bird the steal in the forecourt. Starts to break himself. Goes
Behind the back.
on the cut. McHale. One great play after another. Mr. Ford on the cut to Bird. Swings through. Little reverse. Layup is good. How did he make that? A little off balance. Bird with the steal behind the back to Nate Archibald. Back to Bird. All right. Quickly ahead to Bird. Behind the back move. Jumps it.
Ooh.
Yes.
Let's go.
Bird the rebound. Over his head to McHale. Bird to Vincent to Bird.
Behind the backboard. I need people to understand the difficulty of shooting behind the backboard the way that Bird just did. And it was clean. Guys. Ladies and gentlemen, look at where he is behind the backboard. Difficulty, the backboard itself, the rim. Not only that, the shot clock. That was probably a challenge. That was an in-game challenge for Bird. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, what you think in the comment section? Bird probably wanted to do this and challenged himself, right? Self-motivated. You get bored at times, right? Look at where he is, close to being out of bounds. Shooting that ball over. Let me see it. Over the backboard too. That is absolute like sniper-like precision or something. I don't know what to compare it to. But man, and it's nothing but net. No, I'm gonna rewind it and show it to you guys again, man. That's difficult.
To Vincent to Bird.
It could have easily been a layup, but he shot it behind the backboard. That's damn, man.
Clear aside for Larry. Makes it. Bird. There's There's the play of the game right there.
And now it's time, folks, to raise the banner to the Garden Rafters as he joins Walter Brown and Red Auerbach and Bill Russell, JoJo White, Bob Cousy, Tom Heinsohn, Satch Sanders, John Havlicek, Dave Cowens, Don Nelson, Bill Sharman, Easy Ed McCauley, Frank Ramsey, Sam Jones, Casey Jones, Jim Loskatoff, and appropriately, on this occasion, Dennis Johnson.
Let's go. Oh, mom is proud. Mom is proud. Let's go. Yep. Connor. Oh man, that's amazing. Wow, what is this? Wow. Beautiful. Larry, Larry, Larry.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 33, Larry Bird.
Thank you.
Larry, 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 Larry.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Dad's proud, man. Dad is proud. I know Dad is proud of him.
13 years ago. Thank you. Thank you very much. 13 years ago, when I loaded up the car and headed to Boston, I really had no idea what I was getting myself into. I thought I would come in front of you and play in front of about 10,000 people, do my job, go home, come back the next night, and repeat it. I've been very fortunate over the years. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me cry, and you probably will.
Yeah, I honestly thought you were gonna cry,
I've been
man.
very blessed over the years
I played with some of the greatest players that ever played the basketball game. I had an opportunity to play with Robert Parrish. I had a chance to play with Kevin McHale. I had a chance to play with Tiny Archibald, Cedric Maxwell, and Dennis Johnson, and more and more and more. Yes, I'm going to miss playing for the Boston Celtics because I was very proud to play for the Boston Celtics.
Key. We can't slip this by. He was proud to play for the organization. So when he got drafted, he gave it his all. Nowadays, what happens when someone gets drafted to the league, right? Sometimes they don't like playing for the team that they're playing on. Sometimes there's drama. Sometimes it's like, oh man, I want out. I want to trade. There's no loyalty like there is back in the days. Like I said previously, the opposition back then pushed you to get better. Now the opposition nowadays, their opposition is joining the opposition, which is mind blown. He gave it his all for the Boston Celtics for 13 years. Come on now. We don't see it like it is. We don't see it like it is no more. Hey, I get drafted to, I'm going to say for example, the Miami Heat, man. Hey, this organization drafted me. They trusted me. They put their all into me. I'm going to give it right back. And I will give it 100, 120%, no matter what. Like, look at Bird. Look at Magic. Look at all these, these players, It's like nowadays it's not what it is. Hey, shout out to Bird, man.
Proud to play for the Boston Celtics. I never put on a uniform to go play a game. I put on a uniform to win. I was taught to win. I was taught to win, and I was taught to be proud. I was taught to hold my head up high. When you lose, you hold your head low. You try to motivate yourself to the next game.
Right.
Yes, I'm going to miss running the pick and roll with Robert Parrish. I'm going to miss throwing the ball down low to Kevin McHale.
Yep.
And watch him do his work. See, them guys took all the pressure off of me. If I couldn't get the shot off, all I had to do is go to them. Yes, I'm going to miss playing with DJ, the backdoor pass, cutting on the basket for the easy layup. But most of all, believe it or not, I'm going to miss the fans of Boston and the people of Boston. Because, like Magic said, he said, you made me take my game to another level. But can you imagine being on the parquet floor down here for the greatest organization in the world and having 15,000 people out chanting Larry, Larry, Larry? Now, don't you think that would make you proud?
Larry, Larry.
So
let's go, let's go, let's go.
So I knew when I got here after the first few games that you demanded this team of ours and this organization to start winning championships. We knew that. The players knew that.
Right.
And most of all, our opponents knew that. We did our best to win not only games every night, but championships. I always felt we had enough talent to win 5 while I was here. Unfortunately, Magic got in the way in 2 of them. But you made me in 1986, in the 6th game against Houston, reach a high that I was always chasing, a basketball feeling that I didn't think I could ever attain. Of course, I've been up for games. I've been sky high. but I never concentrated on one game like the game in '86. If you can remember walking, when we came out of that tunnel there, no, in '86, come on. Came out of that tunnel there, and the fans were standing. They smelled blood. They wanted us to win a championship. And I knew that, and I played, to me, the best game that I ever played. Is because I got that extra boost from the fans. In when I found out the team wanted me to be their captain or leader, I came and asked you, the fans, many times to get us over the hump. We knew you wanted to win just as bad as we did, but your voice, your excitement brought everybody to that level that we needed to get over the hump. We talk about the '84 game when it was hot in here. The Celtics, it wasn't that hot. It's only hot when you're playing in the other opponent's building. I thought that that night was a game that was a must-win. And again, we called for your help, and you gave it to me. Gave it to all of us. So tonight I leave. I leave basketball forever. I leave a game that I loved. Sorry, but I'm gone. I'm history. I dedicated my life to basketball, and I dedicated my life to the Boston Celtics. I dedicated my life to the fans of Boston. I tried to play through pain that I thought that I would never be able to get out of bed. I don't want no sympathy. I just want to know what you meant to me as a player. I did my very best to please each and every one of you. I know it was tough at times, but my job as a player was to win basketballs and championships for you. And
You did it, man.
I did it, but
you
I
did
didn't do
it.
it enough. But tonight
You
I
did
leave
it.
you and I say thank
Not gonna
you.
lie.
I'll be
Not gonna lie. 3 championships, but like I said, it was healthy. I'm wondering about those the championships where Boston played the Celtics. Like saying what is it? Was it 85? I think it was 85. And then what if that first year they met in a championship, the rookie year when Larry Bird won Rookie of the Year, Magic won the championship. Like, but you know what? Grateful for what he's done. Grateful for the chips that he brought to. Man, let me tell you something. Now it makes me appreciate the game of basketball more because, like I said, I was watching the '90s forward to modern, but now just channel going through Larry Bird. We're not even into Magic yet, but it's making me appreciate where it has come, man. 1980s Celtics, the 2 most successful organizations, Lakers, Celtics. Boy, that's a standard right there. Like, if you know you're getting drafted to these organizations, is a standard because of all the players that came through, all the teams that was assembled with those organizations, the championships, the fans, like legit everything. Just set a standard in your head, like, yo, gonna give it my all because of everything that was before, the history. Oh man, good. Really, really, really good.
I did it, but I didn't do it enough. But tonight I leave you and I say thank you. I'll be around, but tonight my basketball career is officially over, and I had a blast. I want to thank Magic Johnson for helping me to develop a game that I've always... I think it's very ironic that we both came in the same year, go out the same year, go to the Hall of Fame in the same year. We've both been blessed, and we've been very honored to play for the Celtics and him for the Lakers. But I leave tonight, and all I can say is thanks. Looking out here tonight and seeing all these people in here makes you feel like you're on top of the world. See, I'm a proud individual anyway, but I'm also proud to be playing for the best organization that has ever assembled. And thank you, Red Auerbach. Thank you so much. So I say good night, Boston, and may God bless each and every one of you. Good night.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, man, this was a great retirement ceremony. Absolutely 10 out of 10. Guys, stay tuned for more reactions that's coming your way. Okay. I've been in the lab. I have been busy too, doing certain things. So sometimes I'll take some time away from YouTube, but for sure, there's more in the vote that's coming out to you, especially that you guys voted for more Larry Bird, more Celtics. So what I was thinking of was reacting to like the Bill Russells, the Kevin McHale. That he's one of my favorite post players. React to him, Chief. Give these guys some shine on the channel, of course, and other Danny Ainges, just etc. If there's some footages of like the Bill Russells, the Bob Cousy's back then, Pete Maravich, the list could go on and on. Wherever this channel takes us is all in you guys. Thank you for that. And also thank you to, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You guys can peep the shirt. Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for making this successful. Guys, we are approaching 1,500. We are approaching 1,500 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Man, I'm excited for what's to come with this channel. More reactions, more learning about the history of basketball, man. All right. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace. God bless you guys.